Shalom, Shalom. This year here from GMS Savannah Camp with another lesson. But first and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, the Kakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, which rule well and teach well, and to the Arching Preachers 100% truth and sincerity, four corners of the earth, without risking their life to do so, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. But the lesson I'm going to is Babylon the Great. This place is getting worse and worse from month to month, and we already see what's happened what happened back in 2025 with a lot of these companies. But with all this AI and stuff coming out, a lot of these employees getting squeezed, big time, get squeezed. Yep, a lot of these companies, man, they're doing away with a lot of employees. Things are getting crazy and crazy. But I'm play a little video, then we're gonna hit some scriptures on it.
Some tough news to start the new year for scores of auto workers. General Motors says it's laying off more than 1,100 workers at its Factory Zero location in Hamtramck. And the UAW says those layoffs are permanent. Let's get live to Fox News' Dave Kinchin outside the impacted factory with the latest. And Dave, this is sad news. A lot of people's lives impacted.
Yeah, Roop, good evening. It really is a very tough way to start the new year. UAW Local 22 represents these workers. They say with these layoffs, the union membership is now cut to about half. Let's go to video right now. GM had scheduled these cuts a few weeks ago. The automaker says it is making the move to, quote, due to production schedule adjustment required to adapt to slower near-term EV adoption. In other words, changes in EV demand. There's been a lot of fluctuation there as of late. Now, of the 1,140 hourly workers being cut, most work in assembly, but some handle quality and materials. The layoffs will essentially reduce production to one shift. Factory Zero is a cornerstone of GM's all-electric strategy, and it's where they make the GMC Hummer EV, the Chevy Silverado EV, among other products.
Just to see the looks on our members' faces, knowing that they will be out of work, it kind of hurts, because, they have families to raise, mouths to feed, and now they have to look for employment. A lot of these people left good jobs and searched for better employment at General Motors, at Factory Zero, and unfortunately, that has come to an end for them.
Now, the union is helping the displaced workers with various resources, and GM says, or the UAW says, there is a chance that those workers could find other jobs in the company. Keep in mind, it was just over 2 years ago when the UAW really went to bat trying to secure all of that EV work under their current contract with the Big Three. That was after that historic strike. So we did ask the union tonight on The Edge. You'll hear from the union whether they feel betrayed. They say some members do. You'll hear more about that tonight on The Edge. For now, reporting live, Dave Kinchin, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, obviously your union is there to protect you. In terms of the UAW and the deal that these workers had, did it not have the contractual protections that were needed to prevent something like this from happening?
Well, there are some protections in there. That's what the union tells us, certainly as it relates to compensating and supporting workers there. There were more protections that they really did want back at that time when that historic strike, first time the UAW went up and struck all Detroit 3 members, though. So at the same time, there's still some sour feelings there, and we'll get into more on that on The Edge.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you then in less than an hour. Dave Kinchin for us live tonight. Thank you.
Yep. Well, like you see right there, all these electric vehicles and stuff, man, a lot of these companies, man, they ain't selling these vehicles, man. Here in Babylon, they're too expensive. Too expensive. Let me start here with Isaiah 19:15 say, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or the tail branch or rust may do. And that's what happened in Babylon with a lot of these jobs. You know, it's not going to be any work. These electric, the AI, taking a lot of these jobs, man. And people, you know, working these companies for 20 years or less, a lot of them ain't getting they can't reach retirement. You know, so they're going to have to be looking to seek work elsewhere. And good luck on that in Babylon, because it's nothing out here that's going to be probably compatible with what they've been making. It's crazy. Amos 6:1. Woe to them that are in ease in Zion, and trust in the mountains of Samaria, which they are named chief of the nations, to whom the offers Israel came. And yeah, man, you can't be in ease. You know, this for you Israelites, man. You cannot be at ease here in Babylon. You know, that's why we got to put all of our trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Seek ye the kingdom first, and everything else should be given upon to you. I'll paraphrase. You know, a lot of people work, that's their God. But no, man, you got to, put all and everything into Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You have to fear the Lord. You know? You have to put everything into Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because you can lose a job at any time. But you know, once you get that hedge of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai covering on you, the Lord going to have you covered. You know? Where you'll be able to do what you need to do. But definitely keep Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai at the top of everything you do. First and ever. First and foremost of everything in life. Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it's polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a destruction. And you know, like we tell y'all Israelites, you know, Babylon the Great is circling the drain. This ain't our rest. You know, a lot of people want to try to build and all that in Babylon, man. You can't build on a sinking ship. You know? And like I say, these jobs, people can be let go at any time. At any time, any month, you just never know. From day to day, you just don't know what's going to happen when you go to work. You know? That's why you got to have, that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. You know? You got to have that name, that strong tower, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Because things going to get worse and worse here in Babylon. And last but not least, Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked are in bear rule, the people mourn. Yep. That's we know in the kingdom, that's what it's going to be about, righteousness being in authority. Because we know the wicked bear rule here in Babylon. And we already know what's going to happen in Babylon. But in the kingdom, everybody will love the rulership of the Israelites in the kingdom. You know, the people will rejoice. You know, even the heathens. You know, but hey, Babylon the Great is circling the drain. It's about over. Hope this will edify to the hope for sheep and lamb. Kwan Yasharala. Kwan Yasharala. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. On to the next lesson. Shalom.